You're watching the Lab Video Game TV Live. Our game is never over.
Watch Season 13 of the TV in 25 Caribbean countries only on Flow One. Download the Caribbean's premium streaming app Stream Blue to watch on the go. International video game and esports journalist Wayne Benjamin presents the Lab Video Game TV since 2003. Our game is never over.
Indie has come last year, thrown dead. That's right, we've got more indie and VR games than you can shake a stick at. We've had our eye on Dixotomia by developer and publisher Deep Matrix since its early access launch, and while it's still a bit rough, the 1.0 is a huge improvement. The Sage takes on the undead yet again in a first impressions feature of City of Hunger VR. And there are some dark happenings in the world of VTubers, in the real face of a VTuber, and a whole lot more in gaming news. We're getting ready for more freestyle clips. You want in? Send your best gameplay clips to contact@thelabvideogametv.com to be featured on Flow One in 25 Caribbean countries. Grab a PSVR 2 key for System Critical 2 to get warmed up. Get prepared for the brutal System Critical 3 releasing later this year in this episode's giveaway. Be in the know. Visit the website at thelabvideogametv.com. Download the Stream Blue app to watch us on Flow on the go. Check out the Lab Video Game TV during the Sage projects on Ontario's Island Radio 101.3 FM and CJAI.ca every Thursday at 4 p.m. I'm Panda, and you've just entered the Lab, sending good vibes.
There's an adage created by the VR community that goes, everything is better in VR. And while not entirely true, as I have experienced certain genres that in fact do not work that well, like fighting games, the adage is, for most parts, accurate. VR breathes new life into gaming, be it old titles that got VR ports, or flat titles, new or old, that were modded to VR. This is a new series I've been working on, and I've got so many titles to add to it.
Watch Season 13 of the Lab Video Game TV in 25 Caribbean countries only on Flow One. Download the Caribbean's premium streaming app Stream Blue to watch on the go. International video game and esports journalist Wayne Benjamin presents the Lab Video Game TV since 2003. Our game is never over.
We hear from a long-time, hard-working Jamaican indie developer. Check out Steam's Next Fest's VR lineup, and of course, more indie and VR releases. It's one more round of the Lab Video Game TV. Jamaican independent video game developer Glenn Henry of Sprite Wrench Studios talks to us about the company's origins, current projects, and future plans. It was slim pickings for quality VR releases in Next Fest this time around, and I've got a bunch of new and not so new indie and VR releases to highlight. We're getting ready for more freestyle clips. You want in? Send your best gameplay clips to contact@thelabvideogametv.com to be featured on Flow One in 25 Caribbean countries. Grab a MetaQuest key for Jet Suit, the unique VR and mixed reality shooter in this episode's Game Key giveaway. Be in the know. Visit the website at thelabvideogametv.com. Download the Stream Blue app to watch us on Flow on the go. Check out the Lab Video Game TV during the Sage projects on Ontario's Island Radio 101.3 FM and at CJAI.ca every Thursday at 4 p.m. I am the Sage, and you've just entered the Lab.
Set for a March 26th, 2026 release on PC, Xbox Series and PS5 by developer Fire Games and publisher Dojo System. A horror experience that does not need to shout are the words of the publisher for Project Songbird. You play as Dakota, a musician battling with a block on creativity. It happens to the best of us. However, the best and the rest of us don't retreat to a creepy-ass cabin in the woods. Dakota did, and this is where the darkness begins to unfold. Project Songbird boasts a different and unique approach to horror experiences, with great attention paid to pacing, sound design, and slow, deliberate mounting tension. This is looking like the kind of experience that may appeal to gamers and non-gamers alike, based on the general and close-to-home subject matter that many can relate to. When does passion turn to obsession? Is there a difference? If there is a line, is crossing it compulsory in order to achieve desired results? Yeah, it goes deep. Grab this on the platform of your choice if it seems like a fit, thanks to Dojo Systems for the Xbox Series key.
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Watch Season 13 of the Lab Video Game TV in 25 Caribbean countries only on Flow 1. Download the Caribbean's premium streaming app, Stream Blue, to watch on the go. International video game and esports journalist Wayne Benjamin presents the Lab Video Game TV since 2003. Our game is never over.
You're watching the Lab Video Game TV live. Our game is never over.
Welcome back. Welcome back to one more round of Select Live here on the Lab Video Game TV Live. Today it's Project Songbird, released on the 26th of March 2026 by developer Fire Games, Sir Connor Rush, and publisher Dojo System. Special thanks to Dojo System for hooking me up with a PS5 key. Project Songbird is available on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. I think that's both Steam and the Epic Games Store. So yeah, if you want to check this out, check it out. It's brand new. I've had it for a while. I was waiting on an interview for my series The Wall with Sir Connor Rush, the developer, before I actually got to the stream. But hey, it didn't work out. I can totally imagine that the developer is really busy right now, because not only was it coming close to the release and then it released, but I think it's been doing pretty well since release. Yeah, and I have a pretty good idea why. This is a really smooth one. This is actually my kind of experience. I have many kinds, but I have my preferred kind. And Project Songbird has this slow burn, slow paced, almost walking sim vibe to it. I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna always be that guy. This would be amazing in VR. But I totally get it. VR games are harder to make, and they ain't selling that well nowadays either, so I totally get it. But VR will have its place eventually, because it's too amazing not to be successful. It's just gonna take some time. I mean, for now it is a success, because a wise man once said success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal or goal. So VR is successful. It's like the most amazing way to interact with this outstanding hobby. Mind you, I ain't ever gonna leave flat games out. Thank you so much. Have a good one, I shall. I have left links for Project Songbird. Yeah, I'm never gonna leave flat games out. I'll always be doing flat stuff, you know. I love VR. Some may wonder why is it that I don't have a VR only channel, or that my channel would do a whole lot better if I were to focus on VR or specific genre or specific. No, I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do that at all. I'm fine. The Lab Video Game TV is fine. I'll always have flat games and VR games, and I'll even throw in some retro as well. But I have left a link for Project Songbird in the chat.
on Trovo Live on Twitch and YouTube. A special shout out to all my viewers on Trovo Live, Twitch and YouTube. However many or little there may be, 100% appreciated. Cats in the Caribbean, feel free to check out my TV series, running since 2003 till present day. It's on Flow One in 25 Caribbean countries. You can also download the Stream Blue app, which is the Caribbean's premier streaming app, to watch on the go, have it in your pocket. Some people might argue that television is dead, but because I've heard people say that, but it's because they haven't put much thought into it. Television is alive and well because Netflix is television, Hulu is television, Prime television, Tubi is television, YouTube is television. It's just that television is in your pocket now. It's not necessarily confined to an actual TV set. But TV is alive and well, so you can watch it. The perhaps the only video game series in the Caribbean, who knows, maybe even in the world, on Flow One in 25 Caribbean countries, and on the Stream Blue app. You can also check out my other TV series, which is called The Razzie Art Show with Reina. It's also in the Caribbean in 25 Caribbean countries on Flow One and in the Stream Blue app. And it's also in Ontario on Kojako's Ear TV. So you can check that one out if you're into art. You can check out the Lab Video Game TV's gaming news every Thursday at 4 p.m. On the Sage Projects, during the Sage Projects. The Sage Projects is 3 till 5. Gaming news is at 4. You can check it out on Ontario's Island Radio 101.3 FM. Cats in Ontario can always listen directly at 101.3 FM on their radios, and whoever is anywhere else in the world, feel free to check it out live at cjai.ca. Moving right along, it's Project Songbird. Special thanks once again to Dojo System for hooking a brother up with the PS5 key. You cats can grab it on PC, on Xbox Series, or PS5. I left links in all the chats. So yeah, it's Project Songbird. I think everything is okay. I think my sound is okay. I think the video is fine. If anything goes wrong, I saw this tweet. I think it was this morning, where the person was saying they put it in caps and they repeated it like 10 times in one tweet, one after the other in lines, that if you're watching a stream and the audio has issues, tell the streamer. I thought it was only me. I'll be here streaming and my mic will be off, and I've streamed to 0 viewers before. I'm not gonna pretend I have, but there's times when I know there are people watching and the fucking audio is not working properly and nobody says a thing. So yeah, if you see something wrong with the video or the audio, feel free to leave a comment. I ain't gonna bite. So yeah, it's Project Songbird, and I'm really, 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 really going to love this one. I'm gonna probably just do about an hour or so. I'm not certain exactly what the rest of my day is going to be like, but since morning I have actually uploaded to YouTube this new series I've been working on called Better in VR. It's a series I'm very passionate about because I'm very passionate about VR gaming, and I'm just passionate about creating video game content in general. But yeah, you can check it out on YouTube. It's called Better in VR. I was chipping away at that this morning and I uploaded it, so I'm doing this, and I'm perhaps gonna see if I can. Days don't have enough hours in it. I'm gonna see if I can do some more stuff today as well regarding the whole gaming thing and maybe some other stuff. So I'm saying I may not go over an hour, but this is a really good one, so who's to tell? Let's do it. There ain't nothing to it. Hello, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you. Yes. There are many, many messages from Sir Connor where this title is concerned, and I can tell that, it's not his first foray into gaming, but he's very passionate about what he does, and I think this one in particular hits close to home. I really wanted to get that interview done because this is just a very interesting title, and I'd like to, personally know the rhyme or reason behind it. and I'd like to share that with others as well. But yeah, you're welcome, Connor. Content warning: the following game contains discussions and portrayals of certain topics that many players may find disturbing. Yes, I totally get that disclaimer. You know, maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago you wouldn't have to put a disclaimer like that on anything, but times have changed. We live in a world of snowflakes, even when it's not winter. And of course, I will not play any of the records because, you know, I may get some kind of copyright strike or my stream may get shut down on Twitch, YouTube, or Trovo Live. So I'll make sure not to play any of the records during this stream. But however, there are records that you can put on the record player and have a hell of a time with. Sweden, thank you for passing through. I appreciate you. Stay 5 seconds, stay an hour, whatever, I'd appreciate it. Today was one of those days that I wasn't really feeling like streaming. If you notice, I haven't been streaming for like 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, it happens. But once you get started, it's like exercise. It just feels good after once you get started. So the thing about this one, I wouldn't say it's unique to me, but I have no idea what this is about. I know there's some psychological horror and a little bit of this and creative blocks and whatnot, but not really sure what to expect. I spent a little bit of time in it, but not to the point where you know things start to happen. Like I said, slow burn.
Okay. Take 27.
When I found you, 10 toes off the ground, it was hard to fight the feeling that you wouldn't be around. Oh my, never been so far from. Fuck. Never been so far from you. I stare into that portrait. I relive. Okay. When I found you, 10 toes off the ground, it was hard to.
Okay. Start again. Take 28.
You know, another reason why this title interests me is because even the plot. Give me a second. Nobody likes that guy who talks through the movies, right?
Fuck. The same dream again. Always the same dream.
I used to have the same dream over and over.
Shit.
Hey, Dakota. I'm just giving you a quick call to say I got your track from last night, and, yeah, just, call me back when you got a minute, alright? Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.
Oh, God, this is gonna be a fun talk. I'll call Rob back in a minute. I should probably wake up a bit before getting into a conversation like that.
You know, I do not recall what the reasoning was, because it's something that's been going back and forth for a very long time, where gaming is concerned over the years, the decades, about having reflections in video games. Some people do it, some people don't. I think there's something hard about it, like people used to make a really big deal out of the reflection that was in, I think it was Silent Hill 1 or 2. But like, I've seen lesser games like Prey, the original Prey, 2006, on the Xbox 360, you know, there's a reflection there. I'm not certain what it is, but some devs do it, some devs don't. I just find it a little bit like, you know, like I'm a vampire or something. There's no reflection, it's off-putting. It's fine. Guess that's what I'm accustomed to. Looking into a mirror and seeing a reflection. Okay, so there's no brushing of teeth and any stuff like that. I can see that you're a pill popper, and I can see that you love your fluoride. Okay then. Cup of hot water then, with some with a bit of lemon and some sea salt, maybe. Or do we just do the cliche, the American cliche? We just go straight to the coffee pot. Yeah? Oh yeah.
Hello, old friend.
That's right. Alrighty then. So I got my coffee in me, got the caffeine in me. Do I smoke the bong? No? I don't need any of that? I got enough? Okay, fine. Okay, so let's say I drank the coffee, and this is where you can play your records, and so you get the if you get Project Songbird and you'd like to listen to these tracks, you can listen to them. I won't listen to them on stream. There has been a warning. Alright, so I got my coffee in me. Let's talk to our producer, our agent, whatever he
Maybe I
is.
should call Rob back.
Maybe you should.
Hello?
Hey, Rob.
Hey, Dakota. Sorry, did I catch you while you were sleeping?
Yeah.
I really should expect that by now, yeah? That's on me.
No, it's fine. I just need to get my sleep schedule back on track. How's Janine doing? How are the kids?
You mean Janelle?
Shit, sorry. Yeah. I used to date this girl named Janine, and now I just swapped the names on accident in my head, and
Hey, it's all good. Janelle and the kids are fine. Listen, wanted to call you about that song you sent me last night.
Yeah, I figured.
You know, we talked about this, Dakota. This isn't what your fans want.
But it's what I want.
I know it is, I know. Listen, I think it sounds fine, but Dakota, you're a fucking neon songbird. You have to admit that this is a stark change in sound.
It is, Rob. I know, this is the music that I need to make right now. If I just keep trying at doing things a bit differently, then maybe people will come around.
We've tried. You know we've tried, Dakota, but this won't sell. Your past few singles have been tanking because your fans aren't taking to this new direction. They want the bass grooves, they want the synth leads. Critics haven't exactly been kind either. If you keep pushing it in their faces, it'll foster resentment.
What do you want me to do? I can't write anything else. The old stuff just isn't in me anymore. I'm sorry.
I know what happened was awful.
Rob, don't.
I know it was awful. And you know you have my condolences and my family's condolences. I've tried to be there for you as a friend as much as I could, but I mean, we're losing money. You're already 2 months late on your album contract, and
Hey, no! I'm late on the fucking contract!
I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, I hate to keep bringing it up, but God, the label needs the money, and this sound isn't selling.
So what do you want me to do?
Better.
I mean, okay, I have an idea, if you're up for it, but it might be a lot.
I'm listening.
Sell your soul to Satan.
So, my friend Don has this log cabin about 2.5 hours south down in West Virginia. Now, I've never been there myself, but I've heard a lot of stories of musicians retreating away for a bit to get out of their element, be around nature, and these guys come out of it having written the best music of their lives. I just thought that maybe if you were willing, I'll give you the directions and I'll give the guy notice that you could be staying all next month. I don't know. I just thought maybe you'd like to take the time away to get an album out. A new classic Neon Songbird album. If you can come out of this trip with at least 10 tracks we can sell, I'll call it a win. Now the place isn't exactly 5-star. You'll be living a bit off the grid, but I don't know. You can show everyone that you've still got it. What do you say?
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty then. That's what I was saying. The story, the concept. Yeah then. So there may be some permadeath thing involved. It's fine. What I was saying is that I can kind of relate to the plot. One of the very first indie films I've ever produced, directed, and wrote.
Whew, just one more box. I'll carry it up to the cabin and then get settled in.
Was very similar, where this screenwriter was having writer's block, and he retreated to an old house in the mountains. And the film was called The Croft. Yeah, things didn't work out too well for him either. That was a long time ago, that film. Like, could be over 10 years ago. Yeah, maybe 15 years ago, maybe. Won 2 awards for it too. One in Jamaica and one in New York. But yeah, the whole creative block and retreating for some solitude, some peace of mind. Totally get that. That's real. You know? Sometimes you just need silence from all the distractions in life. Stop listening to everything else and start, listening to self, looking within. Because everything starts and ends within. Some things never end. It definitely all starts within. See, a lot of cats who don't do the VR thing, they don't get it. And sometimes, because I know VR is still like a part of the gaming minority. Lots of people don't get it. You know, there are even game devs who have no idea about VR. They have never looked outside their box, their proverbial flat box, you know. So they don't even know. But VR guys, they get it. You look at an experience like this and you just know right away this would be amazing in VR. One of my favorite genres in VR is the walking sim genre. I'm not saying this is a walking sim, just that the little I've researched and the little I've experienced, got a walking sim vibe to it. It's not necessarily Firewatch, but Firewatch wasn't horror, but yeah.
Alright, that's the last of it. I should get a lay of the land before I start unpacking my stuff. No service. Rob wasn't lying. This place is definitely off the grid. It's a bit chilly out, but that breeze feels so nice in the sun. Crossing my fingers that the spring showers hold off.
It's really amazing what VR devs are able to do. Yeah, I think it's doing pretty well. Especially for an indie game. It's amazing what the indie devs can do, you know? Technology, that thing we call technology without even questioning what it really is. You know, most of us have no idea what the hell it is. Like, how does a microwave work? How does a cell phone work? We don't care. We just shut up and say, I'll trust the science. But I won't get too deep into that conspiracy stuff. I'll just say that technology, as it is, it allows people to do a whole lot more. Not just indie video game developers either. Even the whole indie film, you know? Indie filmmakers can do...
The wood looks old, though. I bet it'd break easily.
Even the, Okay, so we got some metal, flowers here, so we can't... Okay. That's fine. Yeah, even indie films, you know? The stuff indie filmmakers can pull off today, you know? You only dream about doing that shit back in the 80s, even the 90s. Shit people have been doing with their iPhones. Oh.
Oh, holy hell, that's bad!
I can imagine. I remember the first time I've ever
Ooh, sun's going down.
used an
I should
outhouse.
chop up some firewood before it gets too cold.
First time I ever used an outhouse was in Hawaii.
Strange.
It's like a contra code. But yeah, the first time I ever used an outhouse was in Hawaii.
Doesn't look like this radio works.
And it's funny because I'm from a third world country. One would think that, you know, some people think that all we do is swing from vines and sleep in hammocks under palm trees and coconut trees. But yeah, the first time I ever used an outhouse, or the only time I've ever used an outhouse, was when I went to shoot some music videos and a pilot on the big island of Hawaii. I love those experiences, actually. I mean, some people may say fuck that, but I love crazy new experiences.
Dad taught me how to do this years ago. Let's see if I remember. Oh, hell yeah. Just like riding a bike. Okay.
voice acting is also spot on. You see, I have to love and experience like this because even films, I love indie films. And if this were an indie film, I'd happily watch it. This is my kind of movie. It's
I
awesome.
just need to start with a decent scratch track.
My kind of
Guitar,
game.
Bass, drums, and keyboard.
Drink? There you go. Get some of that caffeine in you. Drums.
Gonna need to lock a decent drum groove.
Smooth swing, break, beat, simple. Let's do the simple rock. Baby steps. That's what I'm saying. Baby steps.
Alright, yeah. That's a good place to start.
All
What's
right.
next?
All right.
Need a good rhythm guitar.
Let's keep it classic.
Ugh. Okay. Those two may not mesh perfectly, but I'm sure it'll come together. Now what's next?
May not.
Bass always was my strong suit.
Subtle plucking, fuzzy picking, or funky slap. Let's do a fuzzy picking. I have no fucking idea what that is, but let's do it.
Damn it. Okay. It's a bit out of place, but maybe people will just think it's experimental. One more instrument.
It's funny that I've been hanging around so many fucking musicians. I mean, it's where I live in Ontario. It's just like everybody's a fucking musician. I think I'd have learned something about music. But, of course, all the musicians I hung with in Jamaica, I worked with.
Keyboard will be good for texture.
I'm beginning to think that no matter what I choose, you're gonna have a problem with it, young lady.
Okay, maybe it's not so bad. Let's check the tape player and see how it turned out.
Reel to reel. I owned a reel to reel back in the 90s. I actually used it. It was operable. I could actually work.
Okay. Here goes nothing.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Fuck!
Yeah,
That is not good.
I
don't
concur.
know how I am going to create anything if I keep recording bullshit like this. Okay, you know what? Maybe I just need to go for a walk. Clear my head. Then I'll get back to recording.
Alrighty then. Okay, it's day 2. Let's go for a walk. The axe is now in your backpack. Okay, so should anyone decide to fuck around, I got an axe. Oh, that's right. I can break the boards with the axe. Oh, experiences like this. Looks great, you know what I'm saying? And I love indie. I do love indie. I ain't saying, I ain't doing that whole torch and pitchfork thing against AAA like everybody else. I'm cool with AAA, when Microsoft or Bethesda or whoever hooks me up with a key every now and again. Does not very often, but when they do, I appreciate it and I have a really good time with it. But I do love me indie. That's part of the reason why I do what I do. Because I love indie. Okay, so. How do I get the backpack? Hold on. Yeah, there you go. I'm a Dora the Explorer up in here. Put your back into it. Although when I think about it, I was invited here. Okay, I'm a guest. It was boarded up and it was boarded up for a reason. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But hey, it's all in the name of progression, right? Let's pop these as well. That's right. That's right. And if there's somebody out here who needs a skull cracking, okay, this is the workbench. Okay, workbench. Alright, so there's some crafting up in here. Scrap metal, okay. Okay, I'm taking shit that doesn't belong to me, but it's a school, okay. If that's what we do, then that's what we do. Alright, I'll get back to that. Filter replacement. Sometimes when the water ain't been used for a while, it comes out all nasty like sludge. This is easy to fix, just needs a filter change. I'm writing these instructions for anyone renting out the place that needs to fix it up. Here's what you do. Shut off the water supply. Take out the old filter. Replace it with the new filter. I always keep one behind the cabin. Copy that. Turn the valve clockwise to calibrate the new filter. You have to turn them 7 times in a particular order. But I made a little code to help me remember. I wrote it at the bottom of the page. Turn the water back on and you should be good to go. If you do everything right, the water should be running all through the pipes. If you ain't hear it, then you just need to turn the water back off and twist them valves again. And that's the code right there. Okay. Okay, so in the event that I have dirty water, I guess I know what to do. Okay, Michael Myers, you can put the axe back. Michael, put the axe away. You look like a fucking serial killer. Put it away. There you go.
Strange.
Yes, it's still strange. Got some metal. Pack of smokes. Yeah. Alrighty then. Let's do some exploring.
Looks like an old diesel truck. It's seen better days.
And you know we're not gonna keep out, right? That's right. Because we got an axe. And an attitude. That's right. You see, I wouldn't have done this if I was in her position. You know, I just, respect the people's property and do what I came here to do, but
Fuck. Getting this album done is gonna be like pulling teeth.
Dakota's an asshole, I'm just saying. She's an asshole. Let's not even mince words and fuck around. She's an asshole. Is that a bullet? One bullet? Just one bullet. I guess if you don't get that album done, you have a choice there, eh? mean, I'm already an
Looks
ass.
like this leads to some sort of church. The gate's locked, but that padlock looks super weak and rusty.
And you could always just hop over that, right? I mean, common sense dictates you could just fucking hop over that. Video game logic. You could just climb up on this and hop on over, but it's fine. It's fine. You're a little snowflake. You weren't born in the 70s or the 80s. I totally get it. I totally get it. Mind you, you have no qualms about destruction of property and trespassing, but right.
Wow, these flowers are gorgeous. If I knew there was nature like this, I would have come to West Virginia a hell of a lot sooner.
See, this is an amazing way to live. You know, off the grid, away from everybody, what people call civilization, which is not really that fucking civilized if you think about it. But yeah, the way to live, man. Nobody popping up. Is that field recorder will chime when a recordable sound is within range. Okay. Okay, hold on. Field recorder. Oh shit. That's actually a Tascam. I have one just like it. It looks the exact same.
There's something about flowing water that's just so soothing.
Oh yeah.
This will make great ambiance.
It's called nature, my friend. It's called nature. Sounds of nature. I mean, not all sounds of nature are soothing or sounds good. Some are quite disturbing, actually, because if you think about it, somebody taking a shit is natural, and it is nature. Who wants to hear that? Sir Rush, this would look amazing. This would be an amazing experience in VR.
Wait, what is that under the tree?
It's like a painting. Bit of artwork here.
How the hell? This looks like... What the hell was that? It sounded like it came from back at the cabin.
And who keeps leaving all these fucking nails everywhere? Huh. right, Dakota. Deep breaths. Come on, run. You can do it. I didn't leave the door open, did I?
Nobody's here.
Probably did.
Dawn must have left this for me. Don't really need it right now, though.
Did I leave the door open, though?
Fuck! Did some kind of animal get in?
Huh.
Damn it, I must have left the door opened. Need to be more careful about that unless I'm trying to become bear food. Anyway, it's getting dark. I should get some clean water before bed. There should be a spigot somewhere around here.
A spigot. A wise man also said that you should always learn a new word every day. Do your best to learn a new word every single day. I do my best. Not every day, but I do what I can. Spigot. I need to go check that one out. See what it means. I guess this is a spigot. You know? Jamaica will call it a standpipe. You know? But spigot works. Spigot is a funny word.
I can't do that. I need something to catch the water in.
A bucket. What's back there? Hold on, let me see if there's a bucket in the yard first. Let's catch some water. Oh.
Yeah, this will make a great rhythmic sample.
Say so?
What's this doing in the middle of the woods? Not like I can get through it to find out. I never was too put off by heights. I can't get the cover open. Looks like it's screwed on.
It's getting dark. Get that water. Looking for something I could use to catch the water. Let's go back to the pump house. Maybe there's a bucket by the pump house. Ah, here we go. There's a bucket by the pump house. All right.
Good. Jesus, that's foul. I still have a little bit of bottled water with me, so whatever's causing that is a problem for tomorrow. I need to get back to work anyways.
Yeah, that can't be good. That can't be good at all.
When I found you 10 toes off the ground, it was hard to fight the feeling that you wouldn't.
You know, like I said, I'm not really a connoisseur, a musical connoisseur or anything like that to revere good music or not. I don't think Dakota's a very good singer.
is that?
A merry girl. Thank you for passing through. You're appreciated, my friend. Stay 5 seconds, stay
Right, we'll
5
see what
minutes,
that
stay
is.
an hour. It's all good.
It's too dark out, though.
Yeah, well, that's why we got a flashlight, right? What's that? That looks like a... Yeah, that's like a Duracell for me. Yep. Some kind of cell. Alright. R3 to reload the flashlight batteries.
It's out of batteries.
Yeah, but you said R... Hold. Oh, hold it. Alright. Hey, that's one hell of a torch. That's one hell of a torch. That lights up... That really lights up a room. Why would I do this now? Whoa. It's fine. I mean, without even getting superstitious, it could be a fucking beer. She said it herself. Let me do the horror movie trope. Hello? Is someone there? Like I'm expecting someone to answer. I like horror movies too, you know, but some of the dumbest shit is in horror movies.
Damn crows.
Yeah, sure. You could have just stayed inside and said it was just the wind, you know what I'm saying? That works too. Like what I'm saying is if it was a fucking beer, or God forbid something else, what would she have done? What was she gonna do?
First thing on the itinerary today. Get that water situation fixed. There's bound to be something I can do in the pump house to get it working.
Yeah.
Damn. Props to Dawn for the step-by-step. Parts of the writing seem to be covered in some kind of gunk, though.
Okay, so we shut the water supply off first and then take out the filter. Oh, what the fuck? I guess I'm not alone. We got some evil dead shit going on here. Alright, so we turn it off first. Hold on. To turn it off. Hold on. Take out the water. Shut off the water supply. Okay, so that's for calibration. I just need to turn it off. So that's for calibration. What turns it off? That's square and that's...
I need to turn the water off before I disconnect the pipes.
Ah, there it is.
Ugh, gross. Yeah, that fits just fine. Now time to recalibrate the system.
Okay, 1, X1, triangle 2, X1, triangle 2, X3, square 4, triangle 5 and 6. So X is 1 and X 1 and 3. X turned up. That's 1. Triangle 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Square. Hold on a second. Replace it with, if you do everything right, the water should be running all through the pipes. If you ain't hear it, then you just need to turn the water back off and try twisting the valves again. Okay.
Okay, that should just about do it.
Okay.
I should go see if the drinking water is cleaned up. Oh, thank God. Glad that's taken care of. Okay. Now for the real work. I need to record.
She needs to record. All right.
Hello? Is somebody out there?
Yes, I'm aware that this is a bad idea, but hey.
Wait, come back. Where are you taking me? No. No, I don't want to go there. Not again.
Well, we could always just turn the fuck around and leave. I mean, I'm okay with that. You're okay with it. We both know that's not gonna work, but okay, fine. I gotta play along. It's in the script.
You can do this. Please. No, this can't be real. What the actual fuck?
And this is why you never go to the creepy ass fucking cabin. How do I use the flashlight? Hold on. Oh, the battery's dead? Hold on a second. How do I... Okay, that's a camera. We don't need that. No, we don't need a camera. We need a flashlight, though. Okay, the axe is good, but... Okay, fine. The axe, though. The axe, please. The axe. Thank you. This ain't fucking Fatal Frame, you know what I'm saying? Okay, then. Alrighty then.
Is this some sort of reception area? This actually looks a lot like the office I used to work at. Fragile as the throat. The box is locked up tight. Somebody wants me to put something here. But what? Somebody's keeping this door shut. I used to sit in cubicles just like these for hours and hours. It felt like a trap. Like I was a caged animal. I knew that music was a risk, but I'd rather take that risk than never know what could have been. I guess art ran in the family. doors are jammed. I'll need to find another way.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think Rob set me up. I'm seriously beginning to think Rob set me up. Oh. Oh. So that's what these tables are for. That's what those little cans of whatever I've been picking up is for as well. Okay, I'm not certain what they want me to sacrifice here. Show me what you were willing to sacrifice. My 9 to 5, but
There's a fuse missing. Probably why the lights in here aren't working.
so Dakota, you don't find it even a little bit odd, like you were just at a cabin in the woods and the whole floating light ball and whispering and none of that's kind of strange to you, no? Alrighty then. Because I'm just saying, Dakota is a little bit... I mean, she's really fucking calm. based on her current circumstances. Really calm.
Doesn't look like the elevator's working. Maybe if I get the power going.
Yeah, I get it, so I need to find the fuse, but... Okay, I'm sure that fuse is somewhere around, but maybe I'll find it another time. I had originally planned to do this for an hour, and I'm an hour and a half in, so I'm going to call it for today. However, I must say it was so far so good. It's Project Songbird by Yes, it's Project Songbird by developer Fire Games and publisher Dojo System. Released March 26, 2026. It's on PS5, it's on Xbox Series, and it's also on PC. Special thanks to Dojo System for hooking me up with the PS5 key. I left the link in the chats on, and it's also in the video description on YouTube. So it's in the chats on Twitch and on Trovo Live, in the chat on YouTube, and also in the description on YouTube. That VOD will be left up. I don't usually delete my streams, so you can click on the description of that stream to grab it. Or of course you can just go to Steam or wherever and grab it your damn self. Whatever works. But it's good. I had a good time with this. It's the pace has changed, and it's fine. I didn't expect it to be all nature and flowers and peace and safety and shit. I understand it's psychological horror, so it's gonna get dark, and it did. An hour in, and it got really dark. Well, literally dark. Thank goodness for the flashlight. So I may revisit this again. I may not, as I have a lot of other titles to stream to go through for gaming news and whatever else. And there's that new series that I'm very interested in getting into, the Better in VR series. But still, I'm not certain what I'll be streaming next. I mean, like I said, it's been a while since you cats saw me. I maybe I'll stream for like 2 or 3 weeks. But you know, it's life. It's life. But the amusement is interesting. Special thanks to Perpetual Europe, Perp Games, for hooking me up with the I think I have the PS5 or Xbox Series key. I can't remember which one I have it on, but yeah. The amusement looks interesting, and yeah, I want to spend some time with that. And I think, no, hold on. Nope, the amusement is actually from Curvature Games and Arte France. So yeah, that was a demo. The one from Perpetual Europe is actually Emotionless, The Last Ticket. That's some pretty decent streaming content right there. And I want to stream Motor Rush Reborn and a few others. There's a couple others, but yeah, I may do Emotionless next. I may not. I have Grime 2. It may be Grime 2 next. It may very well be Grime 2 next. But we'll see how it goes, eh? Thanks to my viewers on Trovo Live, on Twitch and on YouTube, and my Caribbean family. You can check out the TV series of the Lab Video Game TV 3 days a week in 25 Caribbean countries on Flow 1. You can download the Stream Blue app to watch on the go. You can check out the Sage Projects every Thursday at 4 p.m. There is gaming news, and that's on Ontario's Island Radio 101.3 FM. Cats in Ontario can listen to it on the radio at 101.3 FM, and folks anywhere else in the world can listen to it live at cjai.ca. This will be it for today. For my stream, I'll see if I can get back on real soon, because the longer the breaks between streams is the rustier I feel when it's time to start it up again. So I'll do my best to not drag it out that long for the next one. Either way, thank you to all who passed through to check this stream out. And I guess I'll see you cats again some other time. It's the Lab Video Game TV Live. It's Select Live, where our game is never over.
Watch Season 13 of the Lab Video Game TV in 25 Caribbean countries only on Flow 1. Download the Caribbean's premium streaming app, Stream Blue, to watch on the go. International video game and esports journalist Wayne Benjamin presents the Lab Video Game TV since 2003. Our game is never over.
An indie VR experience has come a far way since its early access release last year. The stage gets thrown out of playing by the undead, and you should never trust a VTuber. That's right, we've got more indie and VR games than you can shake a stick at. We've had our eye on Dixotomia by developer and publisher Deep Matrix since its early access launch, and while it's still a bit rough, the 1.0 is a huge improvement. The stage takes on the undead yet again in a first impressions feature of City of Hunger VR. And there are some dark happenings in the world of VTubers, in the real face of a VTuber. And a whole lot more in gaming news. We're getting ready for more freestyle clips. You want in? Send your best gameplay clips to contact@thelabvideogametv.com to be featured on Flow 1 in 25 Caribbean countries. Grab a PSVR 2 key for System Critical 2 to get warmed up. Get prepared for the brutal System Critical 3 releasing later this year in this episode's giveaway. Be in the know. Visit the website at thelabvideogametv.com. Download the Stream Blue app to watch us on Flow on the go. Check out the Lab Video Game TV during the Sage Projects on Ontario's Island Radio 101.3 FM and cjai.ca every Thursday at 4 p.m. I'm Panda, and you've just entered the lab, sending good vibes.
There's an adage created by the VR community that goes, everything is better in VR. And while not entirely true, as I have experienced certain genres that in fact do not work that well, like fighting games, the adage is, for most parts, accurate. VR breathes new life into gaming, be it old titles that got VR ports, or flat titles, new or old, that were modded to VR. This is a new series I've been working on, and I've got so many titles to add to it.
Watch Season 13 of the Lab Video Game TV in 25 Caribbean countries only on Flow One. Download the Caribbean's premium streaming app, Stream Blue, to watch on the go. International video game and esports journalist Wayne Benjamin presents the Lab Video Game TV since 2003. Our game is never over.
We hear from a long-time, hard-working Jamaican indie developer. Check out Steam's Next Fest's VR lineup, and of course, more indie and VR releases. It's one more round of the Lab Video Game TV. Jamaican independent video game developer Glenn Henry of Sprite Wrench Studios talks to us about the company's origins, current projects, and future plans. It was slim pickings for quality VR releases in Next Fest this time around, and I've got a bunch of new and not so new indie and VR releases to highlight. We're getting ready for more freestyle clips. You want in? Send your best gameplay clips to contact@thelabvideogametv.com to be featured on Flow One in 25 Caribbean countries. Grab a MetaQuest key for Jet Suit, the unique VR and mixed reality shooter in this episode's Game Key giveaway. Be in the know. Visit the website at thelabvideogametv.com. Download the Stream Blue app to watch us on Flow, on the go. Check out the Lab Video Game TV during the Sage projects on Ontario's Island Radio, 101.3 FM and at cjai.ca every Thursday at 4 p.m. I am the Sage, and you've just entered the Lab.
Set for a March 26th, 2026 release on PC, Xbox Series and PS5 by developer Fire Games and publisher Dojo System. A horror experience that does not need to shout are the words of the publisher for Project Songbird. You play as Dakota, a musician battling with a block on creativity. It happens to the best of us. However, the best and rest of us don't retreat to a creepy-ass cabin in the woods. Dakota did, and this is where the darkness begins to unfold. Project Songbird boasts a different and unique approach to horror experiences, with great attention paid to pacing, sound design, and slow, deliberate mounting tension. This is looking like the kind of experience that may appeal to gamers and non-gamers alike, based on the general and close-to-home subject matter that many can relate to. When does passion turn to obsession? Is there a difference? If there is a line, is crossing it compulsory in order to achieve desired results? Yeah, it goes deep. Grab this on the platform of your choice if it seems like a fit. Thanks to Dojo Systems for the Xbox Series key.
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Watch Season 13 of the Lab Video Game TV in 25 Caribbean countries only on Flow One. Download the Caribbean's premium streaming app, Stream Blue, to watch on the go. International video game and esports journalist Wayne Benjamin presents the Lab Video Game TV since 2003. Our game is never over.
You're watching the Lab Video Game TV Live. Our game is never over.